Today, I'm going to share some creative ways to spend time with your loved ones for Valentine's Day at home. So please stay tuned. Welcome to The Bold Encourager. I'm Rebecca. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new to my channel, please do hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. It just allows for me to get my positive, encouraging messages out to everyone. So today I wanted to share some ways that you could do Valentine's Day at home and be creative and do it with your loved ones. You don't have to be a couple. You can be single, you can have kids, and you can still have fun while you're at home. So the first thing I'm going to go over some ideas for married people or couples that you can do while you're at home. It also is affordable, and we don't have to make Valentine's Day commercial. It's all about love. So my first suggestion is do a coffee date. If you're at home, and there's so many ways that you can do a coffee date and make it extra special. It's not going to just be your normal coffee. You can go out and get syrups and toppings and all that stuff and make lattes, and there's plenty of recipes, so you can do a little coffee date with your loved one. But whether you're a couple, you can actually also do this if you're single, but it's a great way to do a little coffee bar at home. It's a great way to have a date night at home and makes it a little more creative, right? So my first suggestion is a coffee date. Second suggestion is that you could do at home. Do a picnic, an indoor picnic at home, because I know right now the weather's not the greatest, so you probably don't want to do an outdoor picnic. But what you can do is lay down some blankets, put some pillows on it, and lay out that little board that you have, like crackers and cheese and little meats and everything on them, and maybe have a couple glasses of wine. And it's a great way to do an indoor picnic. I highly recommend that because it's innovative, and you can set up a really nice blanket, put really nice napkins, put really fine dining little plates out there if you'd like, and make it so much special. And you can do this for your significant other. So I think if you put a lot of thought into it, they'll be really surprised when they come home to a little indoor picnic, and you did that from the heart. It doesn't cost you a lot of money, but it means a lot more because of the meaning behind it. So that's the second option. The third option I would suggest is, if you don't want to eat on the floor, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, that's just something different, and that I thought I would suggest, but you could make a nice little dinner for your loved one, your significant other. Even if you don't cook, you can find an easy recipe to make. Set up a nice table, make it in the dining room table, set up all your nice dishes and everything, and set up some wine glasses, and make it extra special by putting little thoughtful pieces on the table that you and your significant other understand, because that means so much more when you do those kind of things, right? You can also do takeout if you're like, I can't cook, there's no way, it's too stressful. Go get takeout from your favorite restaurant, bring it home, set up a very nice table, put those little rose petals on there, and that will be extra special for them. The fourth thing that I would suggest is a fondue night. So what you could do, if you have a fondue, just put some chocolate in, melt that chocolate, and you can have all the little fruits lined up. Put a lot of toppings where it's kind of a fondue bar. You dip your chocolate, the strawberries and the chocolate, and then you roll it in some nuts or some sprinkles or coconut or something like that, and it makes it just like a really fancy kind of dessert, and it's really fun. And if you wanted to make it a whole meal, you could do the cheese fondue, the meat the meat fondue and everything like that. So you could make it almost like the melting pot experience, but at home. And that's probably if you have a fondue pot. But the other option is, if you don't have a fondue pot, but you'd still like to do the chocolate option, and you don't want to go through all that mess and all that trouble, I recommend something as a backup. I had a friend in the office that she brought Nutella, and we dipped strawberries in it, and it was actually really good. So if you don't want to go through all that trouble, you could set up a Nutella bar, have the Nutella laid out, and you could put the nuts and the coconut and the sprinkles and all the things you can roll it in to make special strawberries or pineapple or whatever fruits just wrapped around in the Nutella. So that's a great option. So those are my options for the couples. The next category we're going to go to is for the single people, right? So we can't leave you guys out. I know that sometimes Valentine's you feel like you get overlooked when you're single. But let me say something right now. It's about love. So regardless if you're single or not, there's nothing wrong with having a little bit of self-love for yourself and doing something fun. So my first recommendation for you as a single would be you could have like just a couple friends over, right? And have a spa night for you and the girls. You could have the girls over, paint each other's nails, do masks, make it such a fun night with pizza and spa. So like a pizza spa night for the girls and just your friends and everything. And you can just enjoy the holiday together and not make a big deal of the fact, okay, hey, we're single, but that's okay. We can enjoy our time together and we can love on each other because it's all about love, right? Second option I was going to say for you girls is, hey, why not have a wine and paint night? The supplies are really cheap to do paintings. I have found that myself, getting a canvas, and they have these kits for painting and the kits for the brushes and everything, and have your wine and everything, and you can all just have a dine-in little tiny, you and a couple friends with the paint night and wine night for the girls, right? The third option that I was gonna say that would work really well for the single ladies is you could do a movie night with your girls. Have a popcorn bar with different types of popcorn. You can add in some little toppings in there, M&Ms and everything, mix it up, right? And have a wonderful movie night with your girls. What's not more fun than that? And you can just laugh together and enjoy the time together. Last option for the singles I would recommend is, why not have a game night if you're single? You don't have to be a lady, or you could be a guy. You could have just a couple guys over, a couple girls over, whatever it may be, and just play board games. Those are always fun, and it's a fun way to celebrate your friendship with your friends and everything. So it doesn't have to be, I'm single and everything, but you can also have a little bit of fun with your friends by playing games. Okay, let's move on to the next category. The last category I'd wanted to share with you is for people who have kids. Sometimes, you want to have alone time, but you don't want to include the kids on Valentine's Day, but some people do want to include their kids on Valentine's Day. So here's some suggestions if you do. Why not have a craft night with your kids? You can find these crafts. There's a bunch of crafts on Pinterest, I know, that are do-it-yourself, easy. Make little hearts and everything, and make it fun for the kids. Second option, have a s'more night. Kids love s'mores. If you have a fireplace in your living room, that's a great way to do a s'more night. If you have a little fire pit in the backyard, you could do it that way. Hey, I even have made s'mores in my air fryer. I just put the marshmallow in the air fryer, take it out, and put it together. And the chocolate does melt on top of that marshmallow. So that's a way to do it if you don't have a fireplace or a fire pit. Third option is you can go ahead and cook some treats for your kids, whether it be cookies, cakes. You can even just make it super simple and do pretzels that are covered and dipped in like white chocolate or different colors. Like there's all these different type of chocolates. So why not have a baking night with your kids? That's always fun and they love that, and you can bake with them, and what's better than spending time with them while you're baking? And the fourth option is, why not have a karaoke night? Kids love to sing. It's always a lot of fun, and in every game system nowadays you have a way to do karaoke. So you could either have like a karaoke night with the kids, or you could do like a video game night. They would love that, and I know kids always love to play video games. Why not join in with them and show them that you love them, even by doing something that you don't necessarily love to do, which is play video games, but they will just be so happy that you agreed to do that with them. Well, I hope these options do help you on your Valentine's Day. It doesn't have to be commercial. It can be something extra special. Also, one more thing I wanted to add, I thought this was a pretty cool fact, was in Korea, it's celebrated a lot different for Valentine's Day. And I'm half Korean, so I thought this fact was pretty cool. The way that Valentine's Day is celebrated in Korea is that the woman gives chocolates to the man. Yeah, it's kind of turned around. Usually the women get the gifts here in America, but in Korea, the women give the gifts to the men. And in return, on the following day, on the 15th, it's White Day, and the men return a gift to the women. But Valentine's Day is all about the men in Korea. So here, I'd say it's all about more of the women here in the United States. But I believe that it should be about both people. And sometimes we forget the men. I know it's easy. But I think it should just be an equal return of love for each other, because that's what makes a relationship stronger. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. Also, please comment down below if you're going to do any of these options for your Valentine's Day at home. If you haven't followed me on social media, please follow me on social media. I'm at The Bold Encourager on Facebook, Instagram, Rumble, and YouTube. If you're on MeWe, you can follow me there as well. I'm at Rebecca Mooney there. Just a friendly reminder, every Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will post a new fun video. If you're on YouTube, please do hit that notification bell. It will notify you every time I post a new video, so you won't even have to think about it. Well, I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope you stay encouraged.